Is there anybody on Zoom?
Are you gonna do the roll call? To announce it?
Okay.
Right. Okay, I'll call this meeting to order for the Central Region Town Hall at 6 p.m. I say 1800 hours, so I have to remember that. So roll call.
Member Schwenger?
Present.
Member Pratt?
Present.
Member Carlson?
Present.
I'm here. Member Pearson? And Member Martinez is absent.
All right. Item 2, the consent agenda, discussion, possible action, approval of the minutes from October 16th, 2023. Has everybody had a chance to review them? And are there any changes or additions?
I don't see any.
Okay. And if nobody has any changes or additions, can I get a motion?
One note is, since it's a consent calendar, you can use one motion for all.
I can do all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, then we'll move along to the November 13th, 2023 meeting minutes. Anybody have any changes or additions? Well, I know you wrote them. Okay, hearing none, then we'll move on to the December 18th, 2023 meeting minutes. Any changes or additions? All right, hearing none, can I get a motion?
Move approval if there's no public comment.
Okay. Any comment from the public? All right. Hearing none. I don't need to make a motion?
We need a second and
Oh,
then a vote.
yeah. Well, we need a motion. Did you make it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I motion to approve.
that's your second?
All second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Unanimous. All right, item number 3, discussion and possible action, including adoption of the Central Region Town Hall calendar for 2024. I don't know that the audience has a copy of the calendar.
No, I don't think we made any extras.
It's just the...
It is up front, but it is the second Monday of the month, except for November, because the second Monday is a holiday, so we moved it up to the 4th.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to approve the calendar?
I motion to approve the calendar.
Second?
All right. Any discussion? Any comments? All right. None. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Nobody opposed that's present. All right. Item number 4, discussion and possible action regarding the use of county-issued discretionary funds for the Central Region Town Hall. Discussion, possible action by Member Pearson. Presenting.
All right. So we talked about this a few meetings ago, and we have a certain amount of county funds to use at our own discretion. One issue that I've noticed that we've had for years, even before it was the SERF and it was the Lucerne Town Hall, it seems like there's been an ongoing issue with agendizing, properly getting stuff out to the public, making sure people have notice. So I looked into an option that some other Macs are using over in Mendocino County, and it's called CivAssist. It's a local company. Founded by John Kennedy. He ran for supervisor over in Mendocino County a couple years ago, but he founded it, and it basically will allow us to make our agendas online, and we would have a direct link to a website, so we could post it without relying on county staff in Lakeport to physically post our agendas for us. It also allows for an online comment feature and an email sign up, so it would take away, I know we've had a lot of email lists going around and write your name down on this list and that kind of thing. This would actually allow us to have people sign up directly there, and then anytime we publish, they would get it sent to them directly. So I brought a sample of kind of a mock-up that I did for January, just so you guys could kind of see what this looks like. but you'll have an option to comment. You can click view item. So for the calendar item example, if you clicked view item, it would show you a PDF of the calendar that we're proposing. And then there's a few other features. I brought some samples. Yeah, here we go. So this is like an example of an email that would be sent out to whoever's on the list, and people can unsubscribe from that, subscribe for it whenever they want. I also prepared like a little written staff report. This is another feature that's kind of cool. So if Supervisor Crandall couldn't be here in person, he could always draft one of these up. We could include it with the agenda, and then we would have his written proposal to go over in the event that he couldn't be here for some reason. Annual cost, I did talk to John Kennedy after this. The initial thought was it would be $700, and that would be for the full year, but he did say that he was willing to lower that number. I believe I don't want to quote it, I have it in my emails, but I want to say he said around 500. And if we could get, if it works for us and Earth and Worth and that kind of thing, EJ might pitch it to them as well, just so that we're all kind of running on the same wavelength. It does allow for multiple users, so if something happened to me tomorrow, somebody could log right in and finish making it. I tested it to make the agenda that we use today. So what you're looking at there is kind of an example of what that would look like. And then last but not least, I think I covered that it gives us our own C.R.T.H kind of web page. So minutes will be there, agendas will be there. Anybody can look it up. We can link it to the county website. Like I think Cobb has their own website that they link to. So we would no longer rely on having to get it to county staff in time for them to post physically. I'm open to any questions.
That would meet the requirements, the posting requirements post-COVID?
That would meet the online posting requirements. We would still have to post physically here. But it would, I know we've had to cancel, I think, two meetings because of issues in staff over there not seeing the email or something like that. But that would meet our need as long as we had it set up to route constituents to our agenda site on the county website, which we can work with county staff on.
So they could post a link on the county's website to our website?
Yeah, so basically when you would go to look at the C.R.T.H agendas, right now it takes you to what they upload. It would just be a button, and then it gives you that you are now leaving Lake County website, do you want to proceed, that thing. And then it would bring them directly to something like this.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions?
And that was Civ Assist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds pretty interesting.
I think over there, I know right now, as far as Macs using it, the Redwood Valley Mac, they're very, very put together. They've been using it the longest. I think that they were actually kind of the guinea pigs for the software. But even there's some bigger, I think even the city of Portola uses this for their actual city government. So yeah, he gave me an account so I could kind of log in and play with it and that kind of thing. It appears to be pretty user friendly. I didn't have any issues making this one, but
okay. Anybody, any questions or comments from the public? All right.
I had a question. Is that the link that you guys had sent in the email? Because I clicked on the link and I was reading the agenda earlier, and I did see the view, and
yeah.
I didn't get a chance to click on it just yet, but I was just reading through it, and it did have the link to it.
Yeah, whenever I sent it out to everybody, because I made it in this software, you could click view item, and then it would pull up, for the minutes, it pulls up 3 little for each of the different attachments, and you just click which one you want to see. So that's basically what would be going to everybody's email when we published it.
All right. And do you recall what the annual dollar amount was for our discretionary funds?
I want to say EJ said it was wasn't it like 3,333, and then we had an additional amount of rollover from somewhere else?
I believe I recall seeing at least 3K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think we've used any of it to date, right?
Yeah, I think back when it was last, the figure was lower, so yeah, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's 3,000 a year for the discretionary funds.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, well, we can take action, so if anybody wants to make a motion.
I'll make a motion, but I just want to make sure there's no public comment first.
I did. Already
Okay, cool.
asked.
I move that we approve funding in an amount up to $700 a year. Of course, if you agree to a lower amount, that's great. But up to $700 a year for acquisition of Civ Assist agenda management software.
Do you have a second?
Who's the second?
I'll second that.
All right. Any further discussion? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Motion unanimous carries. All right. We are now at item number 6 for public comments. A citizen has up to 3 minutes to provide input on any item not appearing on the agenda. These items can often be further discussed on a future agenda if the C.R.T.H Council agrees to add it for a future item. Is there anybody that would like to make a public comment? Do we have anybody online? Sure. I don't know that we can answer them directly, but you could.
Could we get you to use one of the microphones so that our participants can hear you? Thank you.
We haven't been to a meeting for a while. The last one we went to was up on the hill before they booted the council out of there, from what we understood. The last meeting we were at, they supposedly had funding to repave roads and streets from Upper Lake all the way through here. Do you know anything of what's happening with that?
I think from past meetings, Supervisor Crandall, this is just from what his comments were from a previous meeting. And I don't know a timeline, but we originally were first to have the pavement done, and then it sounded like that we were moved to the bottom,
I see.
to last. And I don't think he's here.
That's not
he's
fair.
not on Zoom or anything, right, to make any comments on that? Oh, that, yeah, so we need EJ. He could answer that question.
I see.
Sure.
So do you know if they started anywhere at this point, or?
Here, what we can do is...
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we'll see if we could get him.
All right.
And add EJ.
Oh, I hear him.
Oh.
He's here.
All right. If I have the
Can you
ability on-
type it or?
Microphone a little closer to your speakers.
Can you hear me, EJ? I don't have the ability to unmute myself.
You don't have the ability? Okay.
Well, not right here, but...
I'm going to promote you to a panelist.
Yes.
It's so weird. I can see his volumes, but it's not coming through.
Hey, EJ, we're having some audio issues, but we had a member of the public asking about the road paving and how initially we were supposed to be first, and then now we're at the bottom of the list. Do you have any updates on that?
Yes, actually, Scott Alio came to the Earth meeting last week, talked about it, so I think we should invite him, because he's still here till like June, July-ish. He put a list of people, or a list of roads on that because of that meeting. I mean, I can relay this to him, the roads you want as well, but I mean, it would help if you would come and explain to you all what happened, because they were, I don't know if they were satisfied, but they took the discussion that he gave pretty well to them about that same question you're asking. So I think let's extend an invitation if you guys are okay with that, so that he can come next month.
Were you guys able to hear that? Okay.
What-
Do you want to reconvey?
Yeah,
that list?
what was his name? EJ?
Scott DeLeon.
So EJ said that
Scott De Leon,
Scott DeLeon did come and present at either Earth or Worth,
Works Director.
the Public Works Director. So what we can do is
And
we...
actually, if you watch and Thomas can verify this for me, the Earth meeting, it was recorded, he talked about it. It was also in the Lake County Record Bee for some reason. I didn't realize there was someone there covering it, but they did. And so he explained how he explained, and then it took the list of roads down that they added. So I think I'm really optimistic that he would do that if we brought him to this town hall as well.
Thank you, EJ. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and put a line out and introduce or invite him to a future meeting. Does that work for you, Becky?
Absolutely. All right, so hopefully we can get that question answered. Any other public comment? Or if you have a question for Supervisor Crandall? The microphone. Thank you.
I'm gonna leave it for EJ.
Any update on the dredging of the harbor?
All right, can you see if he can,
We're gonna pose that to EJ right now.
yeah.
Thank you.
EJ, did you catch that?
Down a little behind me.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we had a member of the public asking about an update on the harbor dredging.
Yeah, I heard it on PEG, so, but yeah, no, I do. Lars gave the presentation on the 23rd. I've cut some of the videos from that meeting because they gave reports on everything in the county. The sheriff gave his report, Lars from Public Services gave his report, and we talked about the dredging of the harbor and how this year is, there isn't anything like CEQA or any of those permits or anything that's gonna hold it back. So the bid should be out, and we should be looking at towards the like September, October timeframe. And the reason they do it that time is so that when the water's down a little more. But unlike last year where we were still waiting for the permits, and there may have been a holdup or something, there isn't those types of permit holdups or CEQA holdups. Once you get the CEQA, you've got it. So we've got that portion of it. There's still funding there. And so, yeah, I'm pretty confident it's this year. There doesn't seem to be, like last year, I remember there was some hiccups that were here and there. This shouldn't have any. And what I'll do is, if you have Facebook, I will cut that video and post it on the C.R.T.H Facebook so that you all can see it. And I don't know, Thomas, if you can maybe help me with that on PEG TV. We can maybe work together to get that so people can watch that video and hear Lars saying what I'm saying, but probably more better.
All right,
Thank you, EJ.
thank you. Any other public comments or questions for Supervisor Crandall?
Where will that video be posted to?
What's that?
Lincoln County PEG TV YouTube channel. Lincoln County PEG TV.
And
That is the current edit. EJ was speaking about cutting down to just the dredging facts,
Yeah.
and then that would be on the
The whole
surf.
video is up, and you can just view it there. That would take me some time to, you know what I mean? It takes time to edit videos. And then I'm not exactly sure the exact topic that you guys are looking at, but I'll ask you guys to get these.
Okay, yeah, and we have the C.R.T.H Facebook page, so.
Yes, Thomas, I've already cut down the sheriffs. It's like a 17-minute video. It's like a 5-hour, meeting, of course. I've cut down the sheriffs. The next one I was working on was the public works, or public services. So I'll cut those down for you. I'll put them on the Facebook, and if you are willing for me to send that to you and you can do it, that's fine. I think you guys do our Board of Supervisors meetings, but I just cut them so that I can give, because people ask me and I don't want to get the numbers mixed up or make people feel like I'm telling them something that's not right. Like with the sheriff, I gave the wrong numbers. They gave a vacancy number, so I'm saying they're 20% vacant, and they're saying it's 80% full. So some people will think that it's not. It's the same thing, but when you hear it, it doesn't gel up. So I just try to put the video up so people can see it. So I'll do the same with this one, and if you want it to put it on YouTube, we can do that.
Yeah, I think was it last week's meeting?
I don't think he can hear you.
Oh, he's not on the, okay.
It's got to delay.
I think you said it was about the 23rd.
Oh, no, it was on the 23rd.
Of January.
Yeah, it was the workshop. We do a workshop each year. Yeah, and then each director gives a report out on what's going on with their department, what they're working on, what they finished, what they didn't finish, and what they're going to finish, those type of things, and give the numbers on if we did budget expenditures or whatever and how it's affected them or how it hasn't. And that's why I did the sheriff's first, because there was some good news on that, so, or promising news, but really on the positive side.
All right. Any other public comments or questions for Supervisor Crandall? All right. Hearing none, do we have a motion to adjourn?
All motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right. All those in favor? Aye. All right. Meeting adjourned at 6:21 p.m. Thank you all for attending.
Thanks,
And
AJ.
hopefully next month we'll have some more information for you. And be sure to check the C.R.T.H Facebook page as well and PEG TV. And thank you.